Hi, I'm Jackie and this is Kayleen. We are fellow seniors and college athletes. We polled a bunch of athletes that are on teams like us and to kind of get some study tips that we wish we were told as a freshman.
First of all, being an athlete and being a student is a huge time commitment, so you really have to manage your time well. We interviewed fellow seniors that are also athletes, and here are some things they had to say about time management.
I think the number one that everyone agreed with was learning to catnap. Learning to take a quick nap when you have 15 minutes to spare can save some exhaustion while you're in season and help you refresh to gain some study hours.
Also, use flashcards. Flashcards are great. You can just throw them in your sports bag, and on your bus trips to other schools, just take them out and read through them. They really saved me during my 4 years here.
My favorite thing to do is break large assignments into small tasks, so that way I can do a little something each day and I'm not procrastinating.
Schedule a study time, and during that study time, actually study. Don't go on AOL and send people messages. Don't be text messaging. Sit there by yourself and just study.
My favorite thing to do is get a good assignment notebook. First week of classes, you take all your syllabus and you put down when you have tests and when you have assignments due. So that way, when you flip week to week, you know what is due that week and which test you have that week out of all your classes that you have. And let's move on to faculty. Another good tip we found was if you find a teacher that you really like, to follow that teacher. If they have other classes in your major or other classes that you want to take that by the same teacher, because you know their test habits, how they ask their questions, and they already know you, so it makes life a little bit easier.
Yeah, I was shocked to discover my freshman year that some professors are not very supportive of student athletes. They don't like you missing a class, so they get a little attitude with you sometimes. So if you feel like you are not being treated fairly, talk to your advisor, and sometimes your advisor can run interference for you.
That brings us into advisors. Advisors are great. They can find a tutor for you if you're having a class that you have trouble with. And they're there for you at any time. You just make an appointment and they can tell you what classes to take or what to stay away from.
Also, introduce yourself to your teacher the first day of class. Let them know who you are. Get to know your teacher. That way, when you have any questions, you can go to them during their office hours and feel free to ask them questions and not feel awkward since you know them.
Also, very important, hold on to your syllabus from class. Syllabus is a contract between you and your teacher. It lays out what you need to do, and if you miss a class, you'll know what to do for that class, how to make stuff up, therefore.
And here's some more survival tips for you. First of all, get a study buddy from every class. If you miss a class, it's nice to have someone that you can call and share notes with. Try not to pick someone on your team, because usually you're missing class because you're going to a sporting event, so try to pick other people for your study buddy.
As we said before, studying is important. And as an athlete, when you have the time to study, you need to get studying done. So find a quiet place to study. I personally go to the library because I have loud roommates. And I have this favorite spot in the library that it always works out. No one's there, so I feel comfortable there, and that's where I study all the time.
Spread your wings. My freshman year, I only hung out with people that were on my team. It really wasn't until this year that I started hanging out with other people. I've really made some great friends, and I wish I would have done that sooner.
One last important thing that I have personally witnessed is athletes have a tendency when the season is over to get a little relaxed. They don't have a schedule, so they happen to stop studying and maybe party too much. So it's important to keep on schedule, and there is always people out there to help. Upperclassmen you can find at your school. So, you know, reach out to upperclassmen and your fellow athletes. don't. Enough.